Fenway Bowl.
Scott, what?
Oh, okay. Skyler in the Fenway Bowl.
Yeah. You're creating that ability to separate late when the ball's in the air. We've had I think that's number 6. That's 6. Yeah, I think that's number 6. 6 good practices. They're working really hard. We've got a long ways to go. We've stayed relatively injury-free in terms of the big stuff. We'll see how Trent is. But other than that, guys have just pushed through any pain. And like I said, to me, a sign of an increase in talent is guys staying on their feet. When guys stay on their feet in football, they don't typically get hurt. So we're doing a good job of that. And just really competitive practices. We end every day with a got to have it period like we had today, 2 minute today, and it's just hyper competitive after 2:45, almost 3 hours. It's great to see. So everything's good right now.
Obviously, there's a lot of talk about your skill players and those guys, but the defense won that last drill to end today.
It's like every day it's kind of back and forth. Yeah, it's and that you want to see that. I mean, you don't want to see it if it's bad football, but when it's good football, you want to see that. Just hyper competitive. And we have 2 periods during the day where the losers run. And, we've had 6 practices, so 12 of those periods, and it's probably, 5 to 7, and I don't know who's winning, or 7 to 5, I'm not even sure who's winning. So those are great periods for us just to compete and go after each other.
A lot of the guys you brought in defensively are all older, have some experience. How much does that help sort of accelerate the process?
It helps because they've played football at this level. They understand what it takes. They have some background in terms of techniques that, we're coaching, we're teaching. It's a new scheme and they're playing next to new players. So they've got to obviously, adjust to each other. But I haven't seen it be a problem that we have so many new guys. I've seen it be really a positive, but we've still got to gel. They still have to learn how to trust each other and count on each other, and they're doing that every day in practice.
How do you see it being a positive?
What's that? The older guys?
Yeah.
More maturity, more football experience, more football knowledge. Guys that have been in the fire, that understand how to prepare themselves to get ready for a game, what it takes to play a game at this level against really good competition and win. And so, to me, those are all positives. The challenge, obviously, is putting together, kind of a new group each year. But that's where we are right now. And I think we've picked the right types of men to come in here and help us. The guys that we've brought in so far, what I've seen is that they are team-oriented. They have high standards for themselves. They have leadership qualities, and so everything so far is good. When we hit a little adversity, that'll show us a lot. But what we're trying to do every day is create adversity on the field and create pressure situations so that if there's something bubbling under the surface, if somebody needs to get straightened out, we can get it fixed before the season starts.
Jim, Alex Hornig's a guy we get a chance to talk to. Football journey of different positions, different schools, different countries. What do you make of everything he's done for himself in the sport, and what have you come to appreciate about working with him and leading him?
I mean, he's a really good man, first and foremost. He's a dependable, conscientious, he's empathetic, he's tough, he's demanding, he's straightforward, he tells the truth, he's everything you want in terms of character. As a football player, I mean, he's big, he's physical, he's athletic. He can block at the line of scrimmage. He can catch down the field. He had 3 touchdown catches last year. It's just a matter of, finding the best way to utilize him. But, he's Feldman's super freaks or whatever. And I read the thing that he said, and it kind of is him to a T. He was an intern in the weight room in the off season. He's the ultimate team player. And we're really fortunate that he's here. And there were people that came after him in the off season, and there's people that ready to offer him a lot of money. And the fact that he stayed here and stayed with us, I think it just speaks volumes about him and what he's all about as a person and as a player. So we depend on him, on and off the field.
Does that mean you have to offer up a little bit more money to entice him?
We have our budget and we stay within it, but it's a money game now. It really is. And I think I told you guys this the first day, is during that second portal period after spring ball, we had really good players that left $3.3 or $3.5 million in offers, whether they were tampering offers or guys were in the portal offers, mostly tampering offers, on the table to come back here, and Alex was one of them. And, you know, to me, that says a whole lot about those guys. You know, you look at Sky, he's over there, he's out here, you know, he's been out here for almost 4 hours, and he's still catching the ball. So, you know, he was another guy that decided to stay here. So, you just want to populate your team with guys like Alex Honig and Skylar Bell and those kinds of guys.
Something interesting in that article was they were talking that some scouts think that Alex could be offensive lineman at the next level. I mean, he's big. He's right 6'7", 270, whatever that may be. Is that in the cards at all, or
not for us?
Sure.
No, he's a tight end for us. What happens at the next level is, you know, up to them and up to Alex. I mean, I'm sure that athletically they like that and length and all those things, but I don't know that he can't be a tight end. I mean, tight ends become a premium position in the NFL. And when you can get a guy that's 6'7", 270 pounds, can run like he can jump the way he can, is athletic and smart and tough and team-oriented, you know, I'm sure that they'll start him as a tight end and maybe he grows into being a lineman. But, you know, offensive linemen in the NFL, like, they're 330 pounds. Yeah. So he'd have to put on 60 pounds. That's a lot of pounds. Yeah. So I think he's a tight end, but I'm not in the NFL anymore.
You mentioned bringing a lot of older guys. Has it helped from a leadership standpoint?
I don't know yet.
That
it's a good question.
You know, player-driven is usually the best.
You're absolutely right. It's the best. It's by far the best. And I don't know yet. That's a great question, and that's one of the things we're trying to find out here. You know, and in the meetings, it's like who steps forward, who steps up, and is it legitimate or is it just, you know, hot air? And we're identifying those guys, and you know, everyone on the team has a chance to be a leader. You know, I mean, you can have 100, whatever we end up with, 115 guys in this roster, and every single one of those guys can be a leader in their own way, and that's really what you want. But yeah, you need some guys that are, you know, that everybody listens to, and I think we've got some of those guys that were here. I think, you know, Damon Brinson, everyone listens to Damon Brinson. Donovan Branch doesn't say a lot, but everyone listens to Donovan Branch. Everyone listens to Cam Edwards. Everyone listens to Joe. You know, everyone listens to Alex. But yeah, some of those guys that we just got here, they're still finding their way. But we need some guys that we can depend on, you know, that do it right all the time. Because that's what leaders do. They do it right all the time. They embrace your culture.
I was going to ask you about Damon. It seemed like he was sort of setting the tone competitively today after every hit. Is there something going on?
Nah, he just brings juice. You know, that's who he's become. It's like, and he's just got great energy. He loves to play football, and he lets it out on the field. You know, he doesn't hold back, and it's always good natured. You know, I mean, he'll rib the other guys, you know, the offensive guys, but he does it with a smile on his face. You know, he's just trying to promote competition and create energy, and I love that about the kid, man. He's come so far since the first day he walked on this campus. He's awesome.
Have you seen growth in Mel Brown?
Maturity. He actually talks every once in a while. He smiles a little bit. But what I've seen is a guy that really understands this offense now, and it's a great offense for him. You know, the wide zone stuff that we do, the outside zone stuff, is really meant for him. He's really good at setting up the defense and slipping a hole. And then I've seen, you know, I don't know if you guys remember last year, our running backs, anytime they'd break when they'd run all the way to the end zone. You saw Cam do it today. You know, Mel kind of started that last year, and it just kind of caught on. And he did it yesterday, and now the backs are starting to do that. So you kind of talk about a guy who's a leader without really saying a lot. That's kind of what Mel is. Like, we look at him, he's tough. Guys look to him, you know, he does it right.
The 5.7 yards per carry last year, not a fluke. I mean, he just has that elusiveness about him.
Yeah, he's got something about him. And there was a couple scouts out here the other day, and I asked them who you looking at, and both of them said Mel Brown. You know, and that's good to hear. It means that, you know, that he's opened some eyes. But I don't think it's a fluke. I think he's the real deal. And I think you know, in stature he might be short, but he's not small. He's stout, and he just knows how to set the defense up, find the hole. He's got great cutback ability, great elusiveness in the open field, and he catches the ball well. And the thing that did you ask me how he's grown, or did you ask me how Mel's grown? Pass protection. That's how he's grown too. Pass protection. He sticks his nose in there, and he's become stout in pass protection. That's an overlooked value for a running back.
Cam Edwards had a couple catches today.
Yeah.
Is that an area of his game that can grow for you guys?
Well, he's surprisingly he's got probably one of the best sets of hands on the team, believe it or not. I mean, he really catches the ball well consistently. Like when he drops one, it's like, whoa, Cam dropped one, you know? And yeah, I mean, catching the check down and getting him in the open field and guys trying to make a one-on-one tackle on him, I mean, that's hard. Or throwing a screen to him. Mel and him are both really good screen runners. So, anytime a back can be a good runner, obviously, can catch the ball out of the backfield or run routes when they're not aligned in the backfield and protect. I mean, you got the real deal, and I think we've got some really good backs.
You didn't lose faith in Chris Freeman last year, and he kind of paid you back in the end. Have you seen continued growth? I mean, do you expect bigger things out of him this year?
I think he's special. I do. I think he's got something about him. His demeanor, number one. For a kicker, you've got to be steady and consistent in the way that you approach your craft. It's a lot like golf. Every shot's its own shot. He's a pretty good, darn good golfer, but I think he's the real deal. I think he's got leg strength. I think he's got consistency. I think that he's got accuracy. I think he's very mature. I think he's kind of got it figured out. So, yeah, I have a lot of faith in him. I think he's going to be a really good football player. I think he's got a chance to play at the next level for sure. Just got to keep working on his consistency.
In addition to Alex, your tight end room looks like it has some talent. I mean,
it's size and talent.
Yeah, there's some big guys. You pretty pleased with what you have in there?
Yeah, I think we're pleased. I'm a big fan of tight ends. I think as a defensive coordinator, in my day, trying to defend the Tony Gonzalez's and those types of guys, it was hard. And I think they're a great mismatch. I mean, who do you put on Alex? He's 6'7", 270, and he runs fast. Like, if you put a little DB on him, then he's just going to muscle him. If you put a linebacker on him, he's got a chance to outrun him. He's got those special traits, and I think tight ends are the guys that you can find mismatches with, and that's what we try to do with our guys. And we've got kind of all different types of bodies and different speeds and talent bases, so we like that room a lot. We've got 9 guys on the roster playing tight end right now. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah. So
Billy Bavaro.
Mark Bavaro, you're a Giants fan.
Oh, hell yeah.
He was the best, man. He was great until Ronnie Lott lit his ass up. I'll show you.
Got his payback.
Okay, Coach.
All right, thanks, guys.